In this video, we'll be looking at the Common Republic latest installation of the Might of Guardian Prime. The Might of Guardian Prime issue 11, as it continues the story of the fan favorite character and the very first book of the Common Republic. Without further ado, let's get into it. The story picks up from the end of Might of Guardian Prime issue 10, where Jade Waziri visits the UNMEHF, United Nations Harmonic Entity Holding Facility, the base of Katikenda, the founder of Harmonic Energy, and they are briefed on the status of the Guardian Prime. They were informed it was MIA due to his defeat at the hands of Raiden, another member of the first race. The rest of the Vanguard were also missing in action, and they were still on the missions. They needed a new champion and hero to save the day, so everyone turned to the most available hero, the Union Guard. Meanwhile, Guardian Prime is in an unknown level of perception after being saved by Yewa, a shadow of Gaia, and a member of the first race. She promises the Guardian Prime to tell him the truth about what has been hidden from him by Gaia, but she also wonders if his fate will remain intact. There is a real fear that if Guardian Prime, Tunde Jai, stops going off of faith in Gaia and in himself, and instead rely on the knowledge he receives, he might be rejected by Gaia and be more like Guardian LF. Is the Guardian Prime now on a path that leads him to the same place as the ancient Guardian? Let's find out together. This issue picks off with the cover page as it shows Guardian Prime without escape, flying towards a large block forged by a sigil. His great sigil in front of him seems to be crumbling and cracking intensely, hinting at an identity crisis the character will be going through this issue. We also get a tagline for the issue, and we see it is called The Might of Guardian Prime Travelations. Travelations is not a real word, it's just made up to sound like traveling, to hint at the fact that the hero Guardian Prime is now on a new journey after one defeat. Bro, seriously. Anyways, the second cover page features the sexy Yewa, the member of the first race, and the stunning black beauty waiting in bed for me. My girlfriend, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. The comic public made me do it. Damn. The synopsis reads, the Guardian Prime undergoes a supernatural journey, a spiritual journey with the enigmatic Yewa at his side to confront the very nature of the source of his powers, fate. At the same time, those he has left behind grapple with the reality of his loss. We get a quick rundown on everything that has happened in the story so far, and then we get back to Yewa's offer to the Guardian Prime of Gaia's secrets. She tells him if he wants to know them, he should follow her. He contemplates briefly, and then he does follow her. Guardian Prime remarks that he is being held a prisoner, but the goddess rushes and embraces him, telling him, do you feel like a prisoner? Hey, he has a girlfriend from Reka.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
She tells him he's not trapped and can leave anytime he wants. All he just has to do is wake up to reality. She then reveals the level of perception they are in. They were in the level of perception called the secret, the fourth level of perception. The data books tells us that this is the place of dreams and aspiration. Faith, bliss, and meditation lies here. Katikenda's technology of harmonic energy is powered by this level of perception. Even the NACSS's science witchcraft. It is also believed that Guardian Prime's powers come from this realm, but that's untrue. The power of the Guardian Prime comes from the absolute. Yewa tells him all this and lets him know that the concept of fate itself as well lies here, and she's just as secretive as Gaia and won't tell him anything. Guardian Prime, thinking this was all a waste of time, wanted to wake up, but he's challenged by Yewa again, stating, unlike my mother, I don't believe in fate. She promises to show him Guardian Aleph, and that, through her help, the Guardian Prime can meet him. She informs Guardian Prime that the memories of Guardian Aleph are still within him, but they have been blocked by fate. So in order to access them, he has to go beyond fate and embrace his will. She tells him that Guardian Aleph rocked the entire world of the so-called gods to their core. To unlock his secrets, you must become worthy. You must abandon fate and embrace your will. Take the reins of your own destiny into your own hands like he did, and become the most powerful guardian that ever lived. She also reminds him of the threats waiting for him out there, showing him Raiden as he was defeating his friends. She gives him two choices, either wake up and face Raiden again the same way as last time, or follow her into the Promethean fire. If I was Guardian Prime, I knew which one I would be choosing. And we see Fate crying. We cut back to the UNMEHF base, where we see Union Guard, Kendall, and Amara being briefed on the status of the Guardian Prime by Jade Waziri, and she recognizes Kendall's lab's more appropriate treatment of artifacts in their research and informs Kati that they need to start Project Life Mirror immediately. Kendall informs Amara that they knew she was pregnant for the Union Guard, and they needed her for the Project Life Mirror that will be used to upgrade the Union Guard suits. The couples just keep increasing, man. My guy Union Guard has been putting in some work, and now he's got his co-worker pregnant. It is also revealed that Amara was an Eje like Tenufaloni, and that her getting the job of PR agent was not a coincidence. The Project Life Mirror needed her to get the permission of Imeja to make upgrades to the suit, and as the mother of Union Guard's unborn child, they needed her to make the reconnection to Imeja as per the ritual. They began the ritual and hope that Imeja obliges. I really want to see a more powerful Union Guard as well. We then cut back to the third level of perception, the fountain of Promethean fire, where we see a demon still on a throne. The demon inspects the Guardian Prime and mocks him, telling him that he wants to bend towards will and shift away from fate. It also informs him that no other Guardian had been able to do that after Guardian Aleph. Because once you do it, there's no turning back, and that's probably why he doesn't remember the first time he did it as Guardian Aleph. Guardian Prime informs the demon that he has made up his mind to do it, and the demon proceeds to burn the fate out of him, leaving him lean over in pain after intense sessions of extreme high heat, as the demon relishes in his pain. It has been too long since you brought me food, Yawa. His pain is delicious, and I shall ensure that this meal lasts. The transformation process from a Guardian Prime who uses their faith in Gaia and in themselves to defeat evil to that of a Guardian Prime that uses their will and disconnects from Gaia to gain immense strength capable of rocking the world of the gods is a really painful one. Will our Guardian Prime survive it? The issue ends here for now, and the next, The Wheel of Fire, will be coming out sometime in the future. Overall, it's a very interesting story as it covers a lot of character development for the characters it features, and it makes a point of showing us the tough decisions that forces the Guardian Prime to change and evolve. Have you ever had a situation where you're like, did I lock my car doors? Yeah, I think I did. I have a faith in the fact that I did, but just to be safe, I have to go to check on it to make sure. That's exactly what the Guardian Prime is going through. Sometimes faith is not enough. Sometimes you have to be certain. Sometimes knowledge is the only way to evolve. I'll continue to cover more about the comic book and other comic book characters, so make sure to stay tuned for more updates.